Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Truly Odd podcast, where we bring you movie news, game news, and anything else we'd like to talk about in between. I'd like to first start off by saying forgive us. We were missed last week because we were sick in this household. We came down with a bit of the flu or whatever the hell is going around at the moment. So we were in bed with fevers mostly all week last week. So forgive us for the delay and missing some of that news information for last week. But we're back at it again, and forgive me, I still have a bit of a cough and a bit of a sore throat, so you might hear me drinking some water or hear me coughing here and there. I'm going to try my best to edit the coughs out to not annoy you guys, just to give you all the information that you're looking for so you don't have anything else to worry about. All right, guys, now that we got that introduction out of the way, let's get into some game news. Now, the first thing, if you were a PSN owner or PlayStation owner, you know that PSN was down for about 24 hours the past couple of days. And a lot of gamers are concerned seeing that there was a hack in 2011 that was pretty major for Sony, and Sony hasn't really given us details as to why PSN was down for about 24 hours. So people have some concerns and are worried that there might have been some type of hacking or some type of foul play happening. So far, we don't have any clarification. I'm sure within the next couple of days we'll get more details as to why PlayStation Network was down for so long. But yeah, it left a lot of players unable to access their PlayStation games, and this is another hindrance in the game industry that I've been concerned about myself, with most games needing some online access requirement. Besides multiplayer games themselves, some games just need verification online to play even a single player game. So a lot of gamers are missing out, and they're realizing that they don't necessarily own their games anymore. This industry is no longer an industry where you can buy one game, have that game, and continue to play it forever. If a server goes down, if a company decides to go under, and no one picks up any of the heavy weight of the back ends of those servers and so forth, then players will no longer be able to access those games. So I think this is a big wake up call for the gaming community, and a big wake up call for Sony. I know a lot of people and a lot of their customers are very upset with them right now. They have done a lovely thing, which is nice. They don't really have to do these things, but they've done a nice thing where they're going to give people an extra 5 days on their PSN accounts. So if you had a renewal subscription due in 5 days, you get those 5 extra days, even though they were down for 24 hours. So that was very nice of them. But yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done in the game industry, and I'm very interested what this revealed for players and how the community is going to react to it. So I'm going to probably keep an eye on this one and see how people move forward with gaming and stuff like that. Honestly, it might not change much, but it's still something to keep your eye on, especially if you're interested in the aspects and ins and out of how the gaming industry works. On to our next segment. New characters are coming for Marvel Rivals this February. I believe they are coming on February 21st, which will be in 11 days from the recording of this episode. The new characters will be Human Torch and The Thing. So we're finally going to have the Fantastic Four, which is nice. It comes right off of the Captain America movie, and before we have the Fantastic Four movie coming this summer. So this is good. I think Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman were great additions to the game, and I'm really looking forward to trying out Human Torch. And the tanks have been a bit lackluster, so it's going to be nice to see the Thing in there. Hopefully, he's a bit more tanky than the Hulk. Hulk, I think, needs a lot more love given to him, especially his ult. His ult is very lackluster. I feel like I've used the Hulk's ultimate move so many times, and the player doesn't even die because there's a healer standing by, which makes zero sense. I think if the Hulk grabs you, that character should be automatically kaputs. So I'm curious to see what these characters' abilities are going to be, especially the Thing. The Thing has me the most interested. I'm hoping that Human Torch has like a supernova ult, which would be really cool. Something storm esque where you spin in a circle, but you have flames. But only because I've recently watched the Fantastic Four movies and read some of the comics, and I've always enjoyed that move set of his. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you excited to see the Human Torch and the Thing come to Marvel Rivals? Are you looking forward to any other characters that might be releasing sometime within the future? We'll keep our eyes out on this game. It's a game that I'm enjoying, so we'll keep our eyes out for some characters and things like that, so we can continue to talk and enjoy the way that the gameplay is coming along so far for this game. On to our next topic, rumored Nintendo Switch 2 price point. So, as of right now, we have no confirmation for what the Nintendo Switch 2 price point will be. The original Nintendo Switch released at $300, and adjusting for inflation, those numbers would be about $388 today. So, it's looking like the Nintendo Switch 2 will be releasing around the $400 range with some wiggle room. I'm sure it's going to be something like $399 something. So yeah, I'm really still the Switch 2 is not something I'm very interested in at the moment. I barely play my Switch 1. They have great exclusives though, so that's the one reason I would probably be interested in buying a Switch 2. I'm sure my girlfriend would love to have a Switch 2, so that'll probably be a gift I'll be giving her for her birthday. But as far as me, I don't see myself needing to upgrade anytime soon unless I get a specific, game that's going to be an exclusive. So we'll see what their exclusive Nintendo Switch 2 games are going to be. I'm assuming we're going to have some games that are going to be released on both Switch 1 and Switch 2. I can't imagine them releasing too many exclusives initially, but they will get to a point where there's some awesome exclusives for the console that I will be probably interested in. But at that time, I might just use my girlfriend's Switch 2 if I get it for her birthday, or who knows. Me, I mostly use my Switch to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's nice, portable. Uh, but yeah, and some Pokemon games, but I haven't really played them in quite some time. I've been stuck on Marvel Rivals lately. But who knows, maybe it's time to get back into the Switch before the Switch 2 comes out, get back into the environment and, get back into gaming on those things. So tell me, would you guys be willing to buy a Switch 2 at a $400 price point, or is that too steep for you guys? Are you hoping that they release it at another $300 like they did the original? Let us know in the comments down below. On to our next topic. It looks like we could be getting a Back to the Future video game adaptation. Now, this is a very beloved franchise. It's coming up on its 40th anniversary. So I can see why this would be very interesting, and hopefully we can get some good announcements coming. I think its 40th anniversary is in July of 2025, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But this comes from Bob Gale, the co-producer and co-writer of Back to the Future. He has revealed the new video game adaptation could be in the cards. Seeing that this is one of the best franchises to come out of Hollywood ever, I can see why they would want to do an adaptation. If you're more interested in hearing about details from the interview with Bob Gale, I'll have the description from the game. I'll have the details in the description down below for this Game Rant interview. But I can't see what this game would be. I'm wondering if they would follow the film and intercut certain things, certain stories and fun things. Maybe go Doc Brown side of things and see what his adventures were at the end of the trilogy. I would love to see what they would come up with. This would just be a very fun game. I can't see them doing something too crazy and too wild like Rick and Morty or anything of that sort, but this seems to be a good call. I'm hoping that we can get a fun game out of it. I can't imagine them doing a linear story like they did for the movies because, we all know where that's going to go. Very short game stuff thing. They might want to do something like they did for The Walking Dead, decision based gameplay. That might be interesting. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Are you excited for a Back to the Future game? Are you hoping for a certain type of gameplay style? Do you want to drive the DeLorean and get those nice cinematics and get a nice story out of this? Are you hoping to take control over Marty or Doc, or do you want to control a whole new character that got into the DeLorean? What are you guys thinking? Let me know in the comments down below. And on to our last topic of the day for games. E3 organizers announcing a new gaming event. Is this a return of E3 or is this something completely new? This comes to us from Game Rant. They have spoken with some of the original, excuse me, they've spoken with some of the original people that ran E3, and there seems to be talks of a new event coming in 2025 or 2026. I'm assuming this would be a 2026 release for what event that they have. This is looking to take place in Las Vegas. I'm not sure what they have in mind. Confirmed keynote presentations. They have Amazon Game, Disney, Electronic Games, Epic Games, Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Square Enix, and many others. So yeah, forgive me. Yeah, so E3 was if you don't know what E3 was, it was the gaming event of the year where people would announce the games that the big studios would announce the games that they have releasing that year or the years to come, and they would even showcase a lot of their new technologies and new gameplay for exclusive people and interviews. So yeah, E3 was the biggest thing in the gaming industry back in the day, and it stopped, I believe, around COVID time. And even before COVID, it was very dying down. Sony had not attended for I think the previous 3 or 4 E3s before they finally shut down a while back. And yeah, Sony started doing their own thing on the side. So it's interesting for me to see that Sony Interactive Entertainment is a keynote presenter at this new event that they have going on. I'm thinking that the video game industry doesn't really have something like this. They've mostly done their Sony's done their state of play, and Xbox has followed suit with announcing their games. And I'm thinking that they're realizing they need something like E3 back in the books to see what is going on in the industry. Now, the problem that they had originally is E3 used to be exclusive to industry insiders, producers, developers, QA, and stuff like that. If you worked in the industry, you could attend E3, and if you did not, you could not. And that's when E3 was booming at its most. E3 started dwindling down once they started introducing open to the public tickets. So people that weren't industry people could attend, and I think that's what these people need to do. They need to make this first one industry exclusive initially for people within the industry, kind of how CinemaCon is at the moment. If you don't work in the theaters, you're not really attending. It's strictly for the theaters, and I think this needs to be strictly for the industry, and so people can network and market and get things going. I'm going to try to attend this once I get more details on this event in Vegas. So I'm hoping to attend it in 2026 when this event occurs in Las Vegas. I miss E3. I've attended 2 E3s in the past, and both times I had a wonderful time. Sony's exclusion of one of those E3s was a big sadness. Honestly, they're my big company that I love to see what they have coming down the pipeline, especially God of War, seeing that that's my favorite gaming franchise. But yeah, are you excited for a new E3 or a new organization, whatever this may be? Will you guys be trying to attending? Will you be sad if it's only industry exclusive people and news people that get to attend this? Please let me know in the comments down below. And hopefully, if we all get a chance to be there in 2026, I will see you guys there. Moving on to our movie news segment. Today we're going to be talking about the weekend box office. And our number one movie of the weekend is Dogman, grossing 13 million. Our number 2 movie is Hard Eyes, grossing 8.3 million. Number 3 is Love Hurts at 5.8 million. Mufasa the Lion King at 4 million. And The Companion at 3 million. Now, this isn't the total grosses. The total gross so far for Dogman is 54 million. Hard Eye Love Hurts 8 million, 5 million. Mufasa 235 million, and Companion is at 15 million. Now, this is sad, I think, for me, because Ke Huy Quan, I was excited for his Love Hurts movie. Sadly, I wasn't able to go see it as of yet because, I am still sick and I don't want to get anyone else sick. I'm hoping within the next couple of days I'll be able to go attend this film. I'll probably do it as a double feature for my Captain America screening on Thursday. So if you're looking for my thoughts on the film, I'm hoping I can get you guys those thoughts this coming Thursday. It's been a sad, sick week, so I haven't been able to go to the theaters. I love going to the movies, so I'm hoping that it'll be a nice double feature seeing Captain America and Love Hurts. But it is sad to see Ke Huy Quan's first movie since Everything Everywhere All at Once, at least first film that he's headlining, not do so well at the box office. But, I don't know what the budget for Love Hurts is. I'm assuming it's a low budget film. So, 5 million might be a really good opening for them. I think they're hoping for about 10 or 15 million. So, who knows? We'll see. With Captain America coming out this weekend, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of love going to Love Hurts. Sad to say. This seems to be a movie that might be doing well streaming based, kind of how Den of Thieves did. So we'll see what happens there. As far as these other movies, Dogman, not very interested. Hard Eyes, I've heard some good things, but I don't really go watch horror movies by myself. I usually go see them with family or we watch them on movie nights. But if you guys want me to go check out some horror movies, just let me know if some of these movies are interesting you, and I'll be sure to make the time to try and go see these films. But yeah, that is our weekend box office for the week of February 8th and 9th. On to topic number 2. Euphoria Season 3 production gets underway. This comes to us from the Hollywood Reporter, where they have an image of Zendaya looking to be on set for Euphoria Season 3. If you are a fan of Euphoria, this is probably very exciting for you and a lot of people. It's been on quite a long hiatus and quite a long time since Season 2. I want to say about almost 5 years now. But yeah, it looks like we're finally getting our Season 3 up and going. Everyone that has been in Euphoria is a pretty big name now in the industry. So this cannot be cheap. I'm thinking this is going to be the last season for Euphoria. So I hope they find a way to wrap this up on a nice, tight, neat bow. Nothing too crazy overhanging people, because I guarantee you I do not want to be waiting another 4 to 5 years for the next season of Euphoria. But I am excited to finally see these characters return and get everything wrapped up for these characters. I want to see where some storylines didn't get to go and where some new storylines might get to finish, especially with some of these interesting characters that they have in this show. Are you guys interested in seeing Euphoria Season 3? Are you going to be there opening night in your homes watching the show? I'll probably want to do a recap of Euphoria Season 1 and 2 because it has been so long since I've seen them. I also, if I'm not mistaken, I remember Zendaya did another, it wasn't like part of the show, but it was like a little spin-off thing that they did where she was like at a diner with I forget who, one of the mentor guys, but I think that was riveting acting, so that was a nice also part of that. So if you guys haven't seen that, look for it on Max. On to our next topic. Ni Za 2 becomes China's highest grossing film ever. Now, if you haven't seen this is an animated film. The first one I actually really enjoyed. I got to see it, I believe, when it was on Netflix. I'm not sure exactly, but I do remember getting to see this first movie. So I haven't seen the second one yet, but it is now grossed at the holiday box office in China $1.3 billion. That is crazy. Now I want you guys to take this with a grain of salt. I'm not sure how China's box office works when it comes to movies, like our domestic box office works. I'm not sure what the regions are. I don't know anything. This is just what everyone's reporting, with it being $1.3 billion. But I think that's wonderful. I did enjoy the first movie. I am looking forward to seeing the second one when I get the chance. I'm sure it'll come to Netflix or something soon, and it'll be dubbed for you movie fans that are interested in seeing it. I am a little saddened though, because if a movie that does this well in China, the first movie did well as well, but movies that do this well in foreign box office, I'm wondering why they don't do what Disney does and get it dubbed by professionals and release it here domestically, so we can get they can get another nice box office push for their films. I think this would be really great. It could be one of the movies to gross, who knows, $2 billion if it's really popular here in the U.S. I'm sure it won't be as popular as it is in China, but I think the Chinese filmmakers are missing out on that opportunity with distributing it over here overseas and domestically for us, so we can get it dubbed. It's a beautiful story, and I can't wait to see this movie. Are you guys interested in seeing it? If you haven't seen it, please look it up. And look into the first one if you haven't seen the first one either. I think you guys might find it interesting. It's a lovely story of two brothers. So please let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. On to topic number 4, Final Destination Bloodlines trailer is released. Now, I was sitting down with John when we saw that this was released on YouTube the other day when we were both sick. Or no, I was sick. He was not. He was taking care of me. But he was not really interested in it, and I was not really interested in it. I don't like the name Final Destination Bloodlines, if I'm being honest. I mean, I really don't. I was like, okay, well, let's see what the movie's about. And when we sat down to watch the trailer, we got swept back to our childhood. It wasn't necessarily a trailer. It was more of a scene. It was a kill scene from the movie, and me and him just got very excited, and we were very. I loved the reintroduction of the Final Destination being a kill instead of a trailer. It wasn't no small little teaser trailer. It wasn't no, oh, look at these characters maybe returning. It was just simply one character who is gonna die, and all the chaos and shenanigans that occur during their death. And I absolutely loved it. I think this was the perfect way to reintroduce the Final Destination franchise, to introduce people that haven't seen it, to get the people that have seen it excited for the new one. And yeah, I am now officially excited for this new Final Destination Bloodline. Still don't like the title, but we'll see what they do with that. I'm hoping, because Bloodlines is in it, there's something that kind of incorporates the past movies or some older characters that may be returning. We'll see. I'm not sure if they're gonna do what they did with Halloween and ignore some things from some other movies. I would like to see some characters return and some famous faces return, but I don't think they're going to do anything of that sort. But yeah, what did you guys think about this trailer? Is Final Destination a franchise that you enjoy watching? Is this a trailer that you enjoyed seeing, even though it wasn't necessarily a trailer, it was more of a scene from the film? Excuse me. And on to our last topic of the day, Super Bowl movie trailers. So, if Super Bowl was this past weekend, I hope your team won. If your team did not, my apologies. I personally did not watch the Super Bowl. I was in bed sick, so I didn't go to any parties or do anything fun, sadly. Excuse me one moment. Okay. But yeah, what I did do though is, after the game and this morning, I decided to watch the movie trailers that were released for the Super Bowl. Now, the Super Bowl trailers are ridiculously expensive. I think it's like $8 million for 30 seconds, if not more. But so I'm sure that studios didn't release all these full trailers for the game. But what they did do was little clips here and there. So what I did is I watched the little clips that they released during the game, and then I watched the full trailers. So we're gonna sit here and break down some of the trailers that were shown during the Super Bowl. The first one I like to talk about, because there is no trailer for it right now, it was more of a nice little spot, was Lilo and Stitch. It was a nice little game spot, more of an introduction to parents, showing them Stitch on the field doing some fun stuff. So this was nice for, to introduce parents to the movie being released, and, seeing Stitch do his shenanigans, which was really nice. Then we have the Smurfs movie. Now, I don't know why people keep trying to make the Smurfs a thing still. Where, I mean, the past movies I don't think did all that well, to the point where they stopped completely with the films. So I don't know why they're still trying to make it a thing. But we have a Smurfs movie. Me personally, not very interested. I'm probably not going to go see it. We also have How to Train Your Dragon. This still looks phenomenal. I think How to Train Your Dragon is looking to be one of my most exciting movies to see this year, so I'm hoping it's as good as it looks. I know that there's going to be some ridiculous people talking about how, Vikings weren't black with the little girl, but I mean, who really gives a shit? This looks like a fun movie, and it's fantasy, so it's not. They're not telling a true story. There's fucking dragons. Relax, people. So don't be racist. We also have Novocaine. This looks like a fun movie. I'm probably going to check this out. I think it's coming out the weekend after Captain America. So, but yeah, fun movie. It's nice seeing someone with Jack Quaid's quality getting a nice little film, kind of like Ke Huy Quan did this past weekend. So, yeah, looks fun. F1 with Brad Pitt. I personally like racing movies. The something that when filmmakers are able to make you sit at the edge of your seat during driving scenes is just something I enjoy feeling in the theater. So this is probably something I'm going to take my best friend to go see. He's a big fan of racing games. He plays Gran Turismo and all those fun racing games that he loves doing. He also loves doing it at the track and driving fast, and people like that. So I'm definitely going to take him to see it. I'm sure he's going to enjoy this. Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts just looks fun. MCU coming back to form. It seems like their version of the Suicide Squad, but it seems a little more fun. I'm very interested in what they're going to do with this film, as far as like their villain, because he seems so far super ridiculously overpowered, and I like what they said in the trailer. We all punch and shoot. What are we gonna do? So it's nice to see them kind of understand that their limitations. So I'm very curious how they're gonna overcome the enemy in this movie. But this looks like looking to be a fun movie. We have Jurassic World Rebirth. I fell off of the Jurassic World movies after the Jurassic World 2. I really wasn't interested in part 3. This one doesn't really look too interesting. I do, however, love the cast with Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali. But oh my god, I'm getting sick and tired of them doing like, oh, we're gonna go do crazy dinosaur death things and let's bring a child. If you haven't seen the trailer, watch the trailer. There is a child on the boat, and I just don't understand why. Why are you bringing kids to deadly scenarios? It just makes no sense. But yeah, I probably will check this movie out. I do need a couple more trailers to sell me on it, but who knows? It's looking interesting. Also, there seems to be a new dinosaur that looks like an alien from Aliens. I don't know what the hell they got going. It's like a mix between an alien and what is that creature from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Anyways, you guys know who I'm talking about. It looks like a mixture between that, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it looks okay. Lastly, we have Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. I'm very excited for this film. The Mission Impossible films are great. I've loved every single one of them, even the bad one, which was what I think that was Mission Impossible 2 was the bad one. But yeah, I've enjoyed all the Mission Impossible movies, so I'm very looking forward to this. Tom Cruise does great work. Looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table, and I don't know if this will be the final Mission Impossible, but if it is, what a run, man! These have been great movies. I think the last movie deserved to do better at the box office, so I'm hoping this one makes up for. Excuse me. This one makes up for the last one at the box office. But yeah, these look like all fun movies, except for, the Smurfs one. So, what about you guys? Have you seen the Super Bowl movie trailers? Is there one particular that you're looking forward to over the others? Was there one that surprised you over the other ones? Me, the surprise was probably the F1 trailer. I know it was short, simple, but it looked like something that could they really piqued my interest. I definitely got some vibes off that one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, we're back, guys. Truly Odd will be back in 2 days. Forgive me. My throat may be crasped. I may be coughing. I may be drinking some drinks here and there. So thank you guys for understanding, and I appreciate your time. And yeah, look forward to talking to you guys next time. Have a good one.